taking time, so let's have one small activity, children. Okay, all of you are on table of 5? Yes? Everyone? I can't hear yes. Table of 5. 5 table. 5 table. Yes? अरे ऐकवा को त्याला बघा ना. ऐकवा आहे ना. Table of 5. Everybody know? Yes, let's get activated just in a minute. Whatever numbers from table of 5 I will say, you are not going to clap. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. पुढे active ना था, alert था. Active ना, alert ना. आवाज आहे ना. Come on, let's start once again. 1, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. पुढे तरी active झाले ना अजून. Come on, wake up, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 8, 6, 4, 3, 9, 4, 5. ए भगवत आवाज मोठा आहे का? I can't hear your clap. Come on, 6, 6, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 8, 5. There is no competition, I feel. So now let's pay attention and listen to what ma'am Rohini Dinit has come to tell us.
A very good afternoon to all of you, and I wish to thank Fr Agnel HS Panchayat and Sanstha for giving me this opportunity, and your principal, Father PO, for inviting me here to take this session. Now students, I would like you all to pay attention. I am not going to take very long with the session, but this is a very important session on nutrition. The topic I am going to talk about is healthy eating during adolescence. Now we are all aware that proper food and good nutrition affect our health lifelong, and more so during childhood and adolescence. Nutrition plays a very critical role because it builds the foundation for a healthy adulthood. And during adolescence, why nutrition is critical, we will learn today. And I have taken this topic purposely because the youth are the future of our country, the future of the world. And when you will be healthy, the entire world, our entire nation will also be healthy. Now, what is adolescence? The students of standard 7, standard 8, standard 9 and standard 10, till they are above the age of 18, you are all in the adolescent phase. What is adolescence? It is a natural phase of life, and it happens between childhood and adulthood. It is like a bridge between childhood and adulthood. During adolescence, you are neither a child nor a full-grown adult. And it happens by the time you are between 12 to 18 years of age. And remember one thing, students, this is the most difficult phase of life because of the various changes that are taking place within your body. Next slide, please. Now, just a very brief introduction as to what happens during adolescence to your body. There is increase in height and weight. You suddenly grow taller, you suddenly gain weight, and your body starts developing and you start looking like a mini adult. Then half the bone density of an adult is formed during adolescence. And students, it is very, very important that you build strong and healthy bones during adolescence itself. Because as you grow older, the bones start growing weaker because of the various changes of aging. And if your bones are not strong and healthy during adolescence, you will end up with weak bones in adulthood, that a small fall will result in a fracture. And today, because children and adolescents are eating so much of junk food, drinking so much of soft drinks, we are having a lot of children suffering from fractures and other issues affecting the bone. There are hormonal changes because of which the reproductive organs also begin to function, and the brain further develops during adolescence. And because of all these changes within your body, as we say that it's a difficult phase because the body is undergoing like an adaptive phase between childhood and adulthood. Now when we talk of nutrition, whether it is for adults, whether it is for children, whether it is for adolescents, our concern is with food. Now food is basically a vehicle to carry chemical components into our body, and these chemical components we call nutrients. Now just as the palm of our hand has 5 fingers, food contains 5 classes of nutrients. One group is called carbohydrates, another group is called protein, the third group is called fat, and the fourth and fifth group are called vitamins and minerals. Each of these nutrient classes has a very important role to play in our body. Each group has its own function, each group has its own role to perform in the body, but together they work like a team to maintain good health of the body. Now when it comes to adolescence, certain specific nutrients are very important. Because of rapid growth and maturity, you have a very high energy need. Because of growth, again you need a lot of protein, not from supplements, students. You need protein from food. There's a lot of marketing, a lot of advertisement on social media are promoting protein in the form of supplements, but it's not necessary. Just normal food, if you eat it in the right amount, you can meet your protein requirement. Then for proper growth and development of the bones, you require calcium and vitamin D. To maintain the health of your blood, you require iron and vitamin C. And another mineral called zinc also plays a very critical role in growth. So these nutrients are very, very important during adolescence. All the others are, but these are more important. Now remember this, nutrient deficiencies, if you do not get the nutrients in the amount that your body requires it, we can suffer from nutrient deficiency. And during adolescence, nutrient deficiencies can lead to low energy levels, it can lead to anemia, hair fall, dry skin, lowered immunity, and also it affects the growth. Nutrient deficiencies affect the growth. And for those of you who are sportsmen, if you do not eat properly during adolescence, your performance is going to get affected. So nutrition is not only critical for growth, it is very critical for sports performance too. Okay, now on one hand, if you do not get the nutrients as your body needs, you have deficiencies. What happens if you are going to eat so much of junk food and do not exercise? If you do not eat, if you are overeating and not exercising or are not physically active, we suffer from other health problems like obesity, diabetes, high blood cholesterol levels, and in women and young girls, there is a condition called polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome that affects adolescent girls and young adult women. And this condition was earlier known as polycystic ovary disease, but recently in the month of May, the name has been changed to polymetabolic ovarian syndrome. So these are the health problems you can suffer if you eat too much of junk food and do not exercise sufficiently. Now what should our diet contain? What should our diet contain? Every day we eat different types of food. But are we eating them in the right amounts that our body needs is the question. Every day, our body needs something called energy-giving food. You need protein foods, you need vegetable and fruit. Very important, these three categories of food. If you eat them in the right amount, your body's nutritional needs will be met. Now, when we talk about, before we go to see what foods you need to eat, it is important to understand that the nutrient distribution in food is not the same. No single food can give you all the 5 nutrients in the amount that your body needs. So we need to eat a variety of food so that we get all the 5 nutrients in the amount our body needs. And as far as possible, we should be eating home cooked food rather than eating junk food. Okay, now where are we going to get energy? Please pay attention, students. Teachers, please ensure that the students pay attention. You get energy from cereals and millets, that is rice, wheat, jawar, ragi, corn, any grain product. Then you have sabudana. What is sabudana? Anyone knows? What is it made from? What is sabudana made from? Yes? Yes? Please know, sabudana is made from tapioca. Tapioca is a root vegetable. That root vegetable, the starch of it is made into the sabudana grain. Then you have potatoes, sweet potatoes, yam. You have breadfruit, which we call nirpanas in Konkani. You have nuts and oilseeds. Nuts and oilseeds are rich in fats. They are also rich in protein, but they give you a large amount of energy. Then you have sweet foods like bananas, chiku, mango, grape, and any fruit which is high in sugar are the energy-giving foods. And you have the oil and the sugar group, which give energy when eaten in excess. Now the last 2 groups, that is the oils, that is ghee, butter, oil, and the sugar groups, whether it is jaggery, whether it is honey, whether it is white sugar, all of them have to be eaten in restricted amounts only to add flavor or taste to your food. You should not eat foods that are too sweet, not eat foods that are too oily, because too much of oil, too much of sugar increases body weight and you can tend to become obese and suffer from various consequences as a result of obesity. Now, what you need to eat in less amount? You have energy-giving foods that give you other nutrients. You have energy-giving foods that give you no nutrients or are very low nutritional value. So this is the category which we commonly call junk foods, which should be eaten in less amount. I'm not saying you have to avoid it totally. It's just that you have to eat it in less amount, less frequently. Now, if you see this picture clearly, it has a word, stop eating crap. C stands for carbonated beverages, R stands for refined sugars, A stands for artificial food, P stands for processed food. These are the foods that we basically have to avoid. Carbonated beverages, refined sugars, artificial foods and processed food. So the picture is self-explanatory. Stop eating crap. And just to make understanding easier, I have listed a few common foods that we normally would choose as snacks, which should be eaten less frequently. Now coming to the next category of food, protein-rich food. As I mentioned to you, we should get protein from food and not from supplements. The pulses, dals and sprouts, nuts and oilseeds, mushrooms are the vegetarian sources of protein, and you have the animal sources of protein like milk and milk products, eggs, chicken, fish and meat. Every day we should have a balance of proteins from both the groups. If you don't have to have only food from one group itself, eat a variety of protein foods and your protein requirements will be met. Next Next we come to the third category, that is vegetable and fruit. Vegetable and fruit are very important because they are sources of dietary fiber. Dietary fiber is a plant component that does not perform any nutritional function, but it helps maintain the health of the digestive system. It does not get digested in our body. This component called dietary fiber is not digested in our digestive system, but it passes intact and has a cleaning function on our digestive system. And today, students, a lot of people suffer from digestive disorders because we do not get sufficient fiber from our food. We eat too much of junk food, too much of refined food, and the food does not give us enough of fiber to keep our digestive system healthy. Then vegetables and fruits also contain vitamins like vitamin C and beta carotene. Beta carotene is a plant compound that gives fruits its orange color. This beta carotene gets converted to vitamin A in our body. Then fruits also give you some minerals, particularly a mineral called potassium. And potassium has a function of helping to maintain the blood pressure. Then you have the other compounds which have medicinal value that are called phytochemicals. So this is why, because of all these compounds, fruits and vegetables should be eaten in our regular diet. And studies around the world have shown that regular consumption of vegetables and fruits is associated with a reduced risk of constipation and other chronic diseases. This is what I have put in red on this slide is the results or the summary of studies conducted on the health benefits of fruits and vegetables around the world. Now, how much of vegetables you should be eating every day? Generally, as a nutritionist, we recommend every person should eat 1 katori of vegetable at lunch, 1 katori of vegetable along with your dinner. Then, with regards to fruits, as per the popular WhatsApp forwards or some misconceptions on social media, they say that fruits should be eaten on empty stomach. Fruits do not need to be eaten on empty stomach. You can eat fruit at any time of the day because the body does not know whether the fruit is eaten on an empty stomach or it is eaten on a full stomach. Fruits can be eaten at any point of the day. But as a nutritionist, our recommendation is to eat fruits after a meal for 2 reasons. One is when you eat a fruit after a meal, you satisfy the sweet craving. Most of us like to eat something sweet after a meal. So in order to satisfy that craving, a fruit, the sugar from the fruit helps you to satisfy that sweet craving. The second benefit is the vitamin C present in the fruit helps to absorb the iron from a meal. Now what happens is, iron is a mineral which is present in food, but it is not very well absorbed. And for iron to be absorbed well, you require vitamin C. And vitamins, because fruits are rich in vitamin C, eating a fruit has double benefit. One of helping you to satisfy your sweet cravings, and the other is to help increase the absorption of iron from that meal. Then, as far as possible, avoid fruit juice. Anyone knows why it is high vitamins? Why do I say avoid fruit juices? What happens when we drink a fruit juice? What do we lose out on? When we take the juice out of a fruit, we are losing out on fiber. And fiber, as I told you, has an important role to maintain the health of the digestive system. So it is much healthier to eat a fruit rather than have it in the juice form. Secondly, to sweeten the juice, what do we add? We add a lot of sugar. So you are unnecessarily taking extra sugar into your body. So as far as possible, avoid fruit juices, but eat the fruit instead. Next slide. Next is drink adequate amounts of water. Water as plain water is the best beverage because it does not give you calories, it does not give you any other nutrient, and it has an important function within our human body. Every part of the human body is made up of water. Every function within the human body takes place in the medium of water. So in order for the body to function normally, we require to drink adequate amounts of water. Generally, it is recommended that for most adults who are not very active, 2.5 to 3 liters of water are sufficient. There is no recommendation to say that you need 5 or 6 liters of water per day. 2 to 2.5 liters, maximum 3 liters of water is sufficient for most people. Now, people who are involved in outdoor activities like in the sun, say the farmers, sportsmen, policemen, anyone who is remaining for long hours in the sun, they may require another 1 liter in addition. So if a normal person requires 2.5 liters, a sportsman will require 3.5 liters. That is to compensate for the loss of the fluid from sweat and urine. Then eat meals at regular time. Today, because of our work schedule, because of our school schedule, we are not eating meals at regular time, and this is affecting the metabolism of the body. Eating meals at regular time helps in many ways. It keeps one energetic because when you feel full, when you are full, you will not overeat at any one meal. You will have a steady supply of energy, and a very important part of eating meals on time is point number 3, wherein it helps prevent acidity. You do not get acidity when you eat meals at regular time. And this picture just gives you a rough idea as to what time you should eat your meal. Okay, so with these few tips, I conclude my session, and I say that teenagers or adults, teens or adolescents is a phase of very rapid physical and mental growth. Proper nutrition is critical during adolescence as it lays the foundation for an healthy adulthood. With this small talk, I once again thank your principal Madhav and the Sri Nagesh Maharudra Panchayatan Sanstha for inviting me to address you on this important topic. Thank you.
Amata Padaralagi Tani Macheruke Padarani San Silvera Hani Macheruke Amata Bagatani Navarechi. मैं रोहिणी दीदी हांका पुष्प ताळ्यांचो आवाज सगळी म्हज्या कानापर्यंत पावना तुमचो आमची मुखार वाडयता खबर एवरीवन आमच्या सर सावयवांनी ताणें मातशें घेवचें देव बरें करूं फादर तशेंच आमांता फादरा लागीं तांणी तांकां पुष्पगुच्छ भेटोवचो ताळयो परत परत सांगपाक पडपाक जायना थँक्यू तुमच्यो ताळयो आमची उर्बा वाडयता कमॉन एवरीवन बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज देव बरें करूं
तसेच आमच्यामध्ये मानकुरे गोय हो एक रिपोर्टर आसा ताका हांव विनंती करता एक फुलांचो गुच्छ घेवन स्वागत कर फादरा कडच्यान एक ल्हानसो गुच्छ स्विकारचो कारण ते आमच्या विचार मान देऊन हांगा हजर रावल्याबद्दल मोठ्यान या रिपोर्टरा खातीर तुमी जी आमची गोंयची बातमी सगळ्या लोकां कडेन पावोवपाचें काम हो आमचो मानकुरेचो त्याच प्रमाणे बऱ्यापैकी हांगासर एन्करेज केल्ली आसा जे सुप्रसंचालन जे अतिशा मॅडमीन बऱ्यापैकी हांगा तुमच्या उमेद वाडोवपाचें काम केल्लें आसा हांव फादराक विनंती करता जे आसत एकाय फुलाचो कोच घेवन दिसा मनोबल वाडोवचें जे आमचे अतिशा सुर्लेकर एन्कर जे सुत्रसंचालन बऱ्यापैकी केल्लें आसत मोठ्यान काही तुमकां विनंती करता कारण देव बरें करूं फादर तुमकां धन्यवाद
फुडली आमी सुत्रा मुखार व्हरता नेक्स्ट रिसोर्स पर्सन आमचे सर सावयो अशे रिसोर्स टीचर तुमकां आज लाभिल्ले आसा ते तुमच्या मुखार येतले आनी आपले जे स्किल बेस्ड एक्टिविटीज आसा ते आमकां आज दाखयतले कम ऑन एवरीवन वेलकम सर विथ द बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज
Good afternoon, everyone. All asleep, all awake? You are asleep. Okay, well, so today we are going to talk now something about yourself. Yourself. Okay? What you all are going to do and how you all are going to do things in your future. Something different. We all know as commerce, arts, science, vocational. But they are things that you can do and you can enjoy doing and achieve something in your life. So we are looking at you that they are careers that you can develop yourself and develop some skills. Skill is something that you just sharpen. After becomes a good boy, you just have to sharpen that. Polish it a little and you can do something better. It's good to acquire various skills in your life. It will help you anywhere and anyhow. So we have soft skills like learning to speak better, learning to present yourself better. These are all skills, arts. We can always better on something that we are interested in. Today's world, we want everything fast in like T20 format. So I also go in a fast format, not to bore you. Something interesting. We look at something different. This is a video out here. Sound not playing okay, but video playing. Okay, this was a video of parts of a car. Okay, different parts of a car. Nut, bolt, screw, tire, tube. And this separate tire and tube means ashare one down, only car tire. We get a big car created of small cars. The learning here and the movie here is very interesting. When you put small things together, you achieve something large. The screw and nut, bolt, tire, value is that. So 30 rupees, 30 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees. But when you put all of that together, you get a car worth in lakhs. And that car, when it is ready, if you polish it, if you paint it well, it can be worth in crores. This same thing applies to yourself. If you want to achieve something in your life, studies, it could be any skill, anything that you're good at. Football, cricket, music, art, anything. Polish it well and you will be shining in that place. So the same car which is put together all the parts, once you polish it and put it in the showroom, it is worth in crores. You can also make your value go up in various ways like that. So I touched on the first thing, everyone requires food to eat and rice is the staple diet. तुमको खबर है सर, is rice actually the staple diet of our forefathers? Yes or no? Yes. Rice was forced on us by the British because it was cheap and they wanted to sell it. We actually ate millets. Our forefathers actually made millets. And that is what is coming back because it is good for health. I think our dietitian would advise us better on that. Millets are better for our health. So farming is something that we can go back to. We've got excellent lands here, fertile lands, marshy plains, which we can actually, get back into this occupation and take that. Do you know who's making the most money on food today? Not the farmers, but the middlemen. People grow tomatoes, potatoes, the farmers, rice, all these things, but they are not making the money. The middlemen are working. If you can go with a good concept like a startup today and take the market right from the producer to the consumer, you are going to make it. So this is what is happening in today's world. These are the options I'm telling you. I cannot teach you, what to do and how to do in a short workshop like this. But I'm telling you all the opportunities that are there. What you all can do with your lives? How can you all make a change to your lives? Vegetable farming. Simple. As our dietitian just told us, we require all these vitamins, carbohydrates, etc., all these things to get our nutrition better, and this is what the world is looking for. So there is always a market to do all these things. Fruits. Do you know that there are a few families in Sholim that pluck the mangoes from all around Goa every year? And they are only busy and super busy and extremely super busy that this year mangoes were just falling and they were not able to pluck them. We have very less people in the fruit farming industry in Goa. This is something that you all can actually take up and make a difference to. Next. Dyeing culture. A very dyeing culture. Un asa. If you can actually think with a different educated mind and use the technologies that we have today. Do you know arsol juice is selling and how it reaches your doorstep and how people have innovated it? Sur, the toddy which we have on our trees, which our forefathers used and kept themselves healthy by drinking early morning. You can actually make a difference if you think properly in that direction. Mushroom farming. 2 days back I heard Mr. Purade. He is one of the top people of Goa who is manufacturing from Lebanon. He has his own mushroom farming company. He has gone through struggles, but he is one of the best and highest producing mushroom producers of India. He sustained in a time when mushroom fell in India. Lot of people, lot of big company names also fell, but he has remained. Hard work, dedication, sincerity, and he knew what he wanted. You also can do something like this, and you can do it well. Shinadeo, Kalwa, they've got a market. Today for the last 1 month and for the next 20-30 days, fish is not available in the market. But people want to eat. Do you know the frozen fish market is also a big market where you can get all types of fish? And if you can have your own farm, cultivating the delicacies of the land, you can make it big. Think about these options. So I had lots of breaks for you in the middle. So so that you are entertained with some short videos which good meaning. Since it's not working, we'll go ahead. Catering food business. Today, most of the big and good caterers are mostly concentrated in the petroleum area where they can cater to 1,000, 8,000, 10,000 guests a day. There are about 50, 60, 70 caterers out there, and there are other caterers in the south. We got very less in the middle, but it's a big industry for functions, catering, food. Everyone wants food for functions, and food with high quality, nutritious diet is what is being in demand today. People go to that type of restaurants or demand those foods from street. Another dying industry. खूपशे असे आमच्या गावामध्ये where people used to do bamboo crafts. Now we have to import those crafts from the northeast, and very few people are actually doing this. The bamboo baskets were once bamboo was a part of our life in everyday Goa. We can get back that culture. And besides it as a culture, people buy it as a high value to decorate their houses. All these big villas and high-end houses are coming in over Goa. They use bamboo type artifacts and other things, natural materials to make it beautiful. Blacksmith. We always use tools. Once upon a time, tools were a livelihood. Today, there is a dying industry in this. You can curate your own tools or something for what someone requires. Basically, we do welding. The welders do that today. But at a deeper level, we can do with a blacksmith sort of thing. Bakery. High in demand. Do you know there is a bakery in Raya which has employed blind people? The entire bakery is running with blind people. Only blind. Everyone working is blind. Some of them travel from Penne, but they are go out there, they stay there, they go back home once a week. If someone without a sight can do something, you can with your entire vision, with your entire sight, and 4 limbs, you can go out powerfully and do something. The Kumbi Sari is revived in Goa. Not only the Kumbi Sari, there are various other art forms that can take Goa and can take you around the world to different places. Start looking at these options. Tailoring. Have you heard of the big fashion designers? Wendell Rodriguez from Goa. One of our topmost fashion designers. What it is basically, the same tailor Durji who stitches our clothes. He only makes himself, the fashion designer only put on a big show. They make fashion shows and put on a big name and a brand, and it becomes that big. But who is actually perfecting that stitch is that tailor, and they only put a name and a brand to it. If you think right, you can get your product or your brand places. Shoemaking. Have you heard of a brand of leather bags and shoes called Samar? Samar is like, people will say it is a low cost. But there is a person who has worked and been paying shoes. Because of it, people are calling it Samar. We made Samar a brand. Today, they are selling for $150,000. $1,000 a bag of leather under the brand name Samar. He grew up in the slums of Dharavi, Mumbai. He saw how he was being, mistreated by the entire society. So he came back and made a name. This brand Samar, you can Google it and find out, is one of the top in leather industry in the world today, selling at $1,000+ everywhere. Woodwork. Have you seen the entire ancient temples and churches of Goa? Local gold craftsmen have carved all that. They have carved and intricate carvings. So not only furniture, but the carvings on the furniture can get you places. You use the right methods, you use the right tools, you use your right mind, you can get. Unfortunately, most of these things, there are no schools. You have to develop that talent. And that is why in the past, like what used to happen in the past. But if you apply your mind and your heart in the right direction and develop a skill, you are capable of doing anything. Basically, plumbing, fixing up taps, laying out taps is a very big industry with so many people requiring piped water to your house. And that piped water comes out in your shower, in your hand wash, in your kitchen. So all that requires a lot of work, and you can actually make a market plan. Everyone needs houses to stay in, and everyone needs a mason. What do? We call people from outside to get a job done. It's only in India that we have classes and division in labor. Very often, especially abroad, people build their own houses. They do all their fixing because it's very difficult to get a plumber or an electrician. They know all the basic skills by themselves. Of course, the high line is different, but by the globe, all around the world, Europe and America, they do all the work by themselves. So having this skill, knowledge of it, you can make a career big in it, or you can actually, work on your own small things. Everyone requires gold and silver, and these are in high demand today. So, crafting, artwork, jewelry, big money, big money. If you can actually learn the trade, there are actual courses being done in various institutes in Mumbai, which teach you the art of making ornaments, bracelets, chains, all those sort of things. Big money in gold. Fixing your basic lights. Everything now is basically running on electricity. Even the cars are going on to electricity. So an electrician who knows which wire to put where is always in high demand. As simple as, earning 300 to 1,000 rupees a visit to someone's house, you can make 5,000-6,000 rupees a day, or you can even take big contracts and make lakhs in a day. Everyone has a vehicle today, and every vehicle has to be running well and serviced. Every vehicle is a machine and has breakdowns. If you can develop the art of fixing the machines, whether it is a car or any other machine that we have today, you can go places. Today, another emerging trend which you may not know of is villa hospitality. Many people buy villas or they build villas and they give it for rent to Airbnb tourists. They require well-bred, well-trained, good-mannered managers and staff to handle a case. Besides being in the hotel industry, this is a new industry that is picking up. High earning also, if you get to the right places, where you can manage a villa or multiple villas or multiple Airbnb places. Once you know the skill of how you develop customer relations and housekeeping. Tracking. I have developed a skill in IT, and I should teach computers, basically programming languages. Excel, Word was like finger slaves to me. A lot of programming languages I should teach. And there were every time a change, a new language coming in. Do you know what I do today for a living? I developed two of the skills that gave me the passion or gave me the love to. One is trekking, adventure, wildlife. So I'm into ecotourism. I'm with nature where my heart, makes me happy. And the second is photography, where I capture those moments of those birds, animals in the wild. And also functions, which gives you the money. So I left a job in IT to follow my passion with nature. With the use of technology, capturing with cameras, wildlife photographer, as function photographer, weddings, events, conferences, and also ecotourism activities like this. Do you know where these places? We take very few people to this place so that it is not littered with dirt. There are very few reels on this place. I have been to places like this and taken people to places before reels came and spoiled everything. This is the top of Dudh Sagar. If you stand, you cannot stand there now, it's overflowing with water. The water is actually falling. Besides this, you can actually see the Arabian Sea from there. We take few people, in a very responsible way to experience exotic places, see the views, or have wonderful experiences across Goa. We have been working with schools, colleges, corporates for the last 25 years, giving them experiences in treks, bird watching, nature trails. This is what I have been doing for my life. Bird watching, yes. A good bird watcher is willing to pay 15 to 25,000 to see a particular type of bird in the natural habitat. So they come for a few hours and will want to see that. They are willing to pay the money to get that photograph taken. Adventure sports guide. Adventure sports is picking up in Goa. You have to understand the safety aspects and you can make a career in that also. Photography. Many people have cameras today, many people have your mobiles and you'll click and you can, with the right skill and the right angles and the right exposures, you can make the money in photography also. Photography can also be, have very fields. You can specialize in fashion photography. You can specialize in sports photography. You can specialize in wildlife photography. And each of them is paid. Products. People want advertisements. They want their products to reach on Instagram. They want their products on the website. They want their products to reach places. You can take a photograph with the right lighting, the right ambience, and the right thing. You can become a good photographer. There are a lot of courses that teach that. After that, to make the things better on the computer, there is graphic designing. Everyone uses a bit of graphic designing or editing when you want to post some story on Instagram or a good picture. So graphic designing is one thing in demand also today. Digital marketing, reaching out to the followers. Do you know that everyone is trying hard to get many followers on Instagram? How do you do it? How do you reach the right followers? How do you reach the right people? Do you want to reach students? Do you want to reach businessmen? Do you want to use housewives? So digital marketing is that tool that allows you to get there through various types of apps. What is trending today is everyone is going on to smart and clean technology, green cars, fuel efficient cars, not using fossil fuel. So electric cars are in demand and soon electric cars and bikes will require thousands of mechanics to fix them. So a technician or getting into in this line, right now the companies control it and they have a monopoly. Once you start learning on your own, you'll be able to set up your own garages that solve the EV problem. Pet grooming. People spend thousands to keep their pets. Food, nutrition, grooming, and also keeping them when they go for holidays. Looking after pets. There are pet hostels which are taking up trend in Goa. So looking after pets well, we have a lot of pet clinics and pet grooming is a growing industry today. So, there was a video before this. The video had a short clip of two dancers, very good dancers, like Nach India dance. Those are very good dancers. But this was a clip of China. If you have to watch that video, you will see a young man. The young man didn't have one leg. Once upon a time, that young man was a powerful athlete. He used to be running, jumping, long jump, 100 meters, 200 meters, and earning medals for his club. He was so powerful and always winning. He was getting all medals and rewards. He had fast bikes, he had sports car, he had good jacket, good glasses. He was a big show. And his सगळे friends त्याच्या असे रूल्स कसे friend येताले त्याचे for his parties and things like that. Till the day he met an accident. And when he met an accident, he lost one leg. He lost his leg and he was over and out. He used to be just wasting his life on bars, drinking, and he can't do anything. No club wanted to hire him. That powerful sportsman was of no use today. All his bikes, his cars, he could not ride with one leg. He could not ride or drive. All his friends which were with him had flown away. No one wanted a useless character. So he was lost, dejected, disappointed. Sitting in his bar drinking, he met a young lady. And they were both dancing to die. If you look at the video which is not played, she had lost her hand. She was once a dancer, a very good dance teacher, teaching the students to dance. She had overbooked classes and she had no time for anything in life. Her parents went on worrying her, it's time now to get married, settle down, look at things like that. But she had no time. Her dance classes were going on and on and on. Till she met with an accident and everything came to an end. After she recovered from hospital, no parent wanted to send a student to a teacher who didn't have one hand to dance. How can you dance with one hand? How will she teach them? She also lost, dejected, disappointed, giving up on life and sitting in a car and drinking, that is my only satisfaction like a disappointed mentor. They became friends, both of these two. One without a leg, one without a hand, they became friends. And they said to each other, why are we lost, sad, disappointed? Let us be happy. She said, yes, let us be happy. Let us dance. He said, I don't know to dance. She said, I am a dance teacher, I teach you to dance. And she taught him to dance. They did a wonderful dance which the women is not playing, which won awards right across China from regional level to national level and was acclaimed all around the world. And if you had to see it, you would have seen what a wonderful performance they did. One person without a head, one person without a leg, and they went on to enter the world. First they were good only in their own state in China. But once they came out with their handicap, they went across around the world and the entire world knew them. What I am trying to tell you is, आमचे सगळे भितर गुण आसा. We don't polish it. If we only use the right things, we only think, what we have done, we studied science, let's be a doctor. We studied engineering, we studied commerce, let's be an accountant. If you have some art, if you have some skill, if you polish it, if you work on it in the right level, you can reach places. If someone without a hand and without a leg can reach the world stage, why can't you? If so many ones born on this soil have reached the world stage by just polishing or their art or their the skill which they have reached those places. Why can't you? But remember, if your parents want telling you, "Arey Baba, kidhar kor rahe?" Sheet rahe. If your teachers want telling the same thing, you are not going to do it. Something inside you should be there inside you that I want to be something in my life. Unless you want to be something in your life, nothing is going to happen. Remember, if the egg is broken from outside, life ends. If someone forces it on you, you are not going to do it. Your dream will be killed. You have to grow from inside. If the egg is broken from inside, life starts. So something inside you should open up and spark that I want to do something in my life, I want to do something in my career, I need to develop a skill and go somewhere in my life. So that is what is going to be the start for you at the beginning. So develop your skills in whichever way. You have various ways that will take you, you have various career opportunities, both in formal schooling and informal schooling that you could do to sharpen yourself and do a better you. So all the best to you students. I hope you have got a different idea from what the normal schooling is and what you can develop and how you can be powerful students in your life. Students, professional. careers, entrepreneurs, or businessmen, or self-employed people, or artists, whatever you want to be, you can demand, you can become, provided you dream about it. All the best. Are you all still there with me? Are you all thinking of doing something in your life? I'm happy about it.
Loud, loud, louder, 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 louder. Thank you so much, sir. Saran, मागता फादरांनी त्यांनी मागचे परत एकदा येऊचे आणि आमच्या जे फोटोग्राफर जे सुंदर छायाचित्र आमकां दितात आणि मागचे येऊचे तशी कमाळीची विनंती सर तुम्ही मागचे येऊचे आमंत्रण त्यांचा फुलांचा मान रेकॉर्ड तसेच आज आमचे रिसोर्स पर्सन सर आशिल्ले आणि आमच्या गिन्यानाक भरपूर कितें तरी भर घातिल्ली आसा भुरग्यांक कितें तरी नवीन शिकपा खातीर आमच्या म्हणजे कितें तरी एक स्पार्क आसा तो नव्यान विचार करपाची गरज आसा आमकां खूब कितें नवीन शिकयलें फक्त डॉक्टर इंजिनियर न्ही तर ताच्या बाउंड्री भायर कितें तरी आमी विचार करूं शकता जो प्रत्येक जाणांक एक स्पार्क आसा तो फक्त एक स्वता realize जावपाक जाय rather than wasting our time on other things. Let's realize and think about it from today onwards. Rather than doctors and engineers, we can do many more things. So your time starts now to think about it. आणि तसेच श्री नागेश महाविद्या पंचायत संस्था पुणका आणि ही कार्यावळ घडोवन हाडली फादरान तसेच आमचे सर आमचे एक्स-एम-एल-ए सर जे आशिल्ले तांणी तेंको दिलो आणि हो नवो उपक्रम जो आसा घडोवन हाडलो आमचे फोटोग्राफर फादर आग्नेल स्कूल जे आसा तांणी आमकां हो उपक्रम राबोवपाक आदार दिलो पालो तशेंच फादराचे आमी उपकारी सर सिंगराचे आमी उपकारी आसा तशेंच आमचे एकनाथ बाब सदांच फुडें एकटेच उरून जाय एकदा ते वन मॅन शो तेच्या खातीर एक जोरदार ताळयो जावपाक जाय सदांच जे उपक्रम ते नवे नवे भुरग्यां खातीर घेवन येता हे कितें तरी नवीन करता प्रत्येक वेळा तांची जी संस्था आसा आनी तांची टीमूय जी आसा ती सदांच मुखार उमेदीक येते लास्ट मिनीट सुद्दां कितें तरी चमत्कार घडल्यार जाता आनी नवीन कितें तरी उपक्रम घेवन येता त्या खातीर तांकांय हांव प्रश्न पेटयता देवान तांकांय सावूट दिवची अशें नवीन उपक्रम घडोवपा खातीर आनी आमची जी आयची कार्यावळ आसा ती हांगा सोंपता अशें हांव जाहीर करता आनी परत आमच्या फादराक देव बरें करूं म्हणटा सो चिल्ड्रन here is the school event I would like you all to rise up everyone सावधान everyone Vishram सावधान I can't hear the footsteps सावधान Vishram सावधान Vishram सावधान Vishram सावधान That's good. Let's begin with the school anthem. Two boys please come forward to the school anthem. Yes, come on. Two students can come forward and join us here. Silence.
Pilar, alma mater, who showed the path of life for us to grow. Morning activism and virtue, the prime of youth to blossom to the full. Pilar, alma mater, who showed the path of life for us to grow. Morning activism and virtue, the prime of youth to blossom to the full. Come, worthy excellence of Pilar, let's sing with one accord. Let's try to do the very best we can and put our trust in God. Come, worthy excellence of Pilar, let's sing with one accord. Let's try to do the very best we can and put our trust in God. Holy Great Dearest Father Agnel, your life for us a model to follow. Help us grow in honesty and freedom, spreading love and joy wherever we go. Holy Great Dearest Father Agnel, your life for us a model to follow. Help us grow in honesty and freedom, spread love and joy wherever we go. Come, birthday and of Pilar, let's sing with one accord. Let's try to do the very best we can and put our trust in God. Come, birthday and of Pilar, let's sing with one accord. Let's try to do the very best we can and put our trust in God.
आज सगळ्यांनी हांगा बसून आयकले खरे सुरबूस असो तुमकां पावपाची वेळ दवरना सुरबूस अशी पावपाची करात आनी कार्यावळीचो निरोप घेयात हॅव अ गुड डे थँक यू देव बरें करूं सगळ्यांनी पाव भाजी खाऊन घरा वचपाचें
एकनाथ
फादर आयज हे तुमी प्रोग्राम केलोलो स्कील डेव्हलपमेंट न्यूट्रिशनाच्या बाबतींत आनी भुरग्यांक तुमी केले कित्याक लागून दिसलें तुमकां करचें म्हणून
हय आयज आमकां जायते दुसरें शिक्षण जायते मेवता पूण जे गरजेच्यो वस्तू आमकां कांय फावटी मेळना आमचे एकाडेमिकान आमी सुरू करता तेन्ना तांकां आमी सगळे सब्जेक्ट आमी शिकयता पूण मेन गरजेचे तांकां सब्जेक्ट आसता ते म्हटल्यार फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ताणें आपल्या सावधीची काळजी करून दे हॅव टू टेक केअर ऑफ द हेल्थ दॅट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट हेल्दी बॉडी हेल्दी मायंड आनी हाका लागून आयज जेन्ना जेवण आमचें जायते भाशेन एडल्टरेट जाला आनी जायते फावटी आमी बरें जेवण सोडून नाका जाल्लें जेवण जेयता तेन्ना जायत्या वस्तूंचेर आमचो परिणाम जाता बकरून आमच्या वाड जी जाता ताचेर जाता आमच्या मुतीचेर जाता आनी असो ताच्या फुडाराचेर जाता आनी हाका लागून ल्हानपणी ह्यो बऱ्यो हॅबीट तांणी केल्यो जाल्यार तांकां कोण भाशेन हेल्दी ग्रोथ जावंक जाता वा तांणी करूंक जाता तातूंतल्यान तांकां ही म्हायती मेळोवपाक आमी हो आयज जेन्ना हे आमचे नांव तेन्ना श्री गणेश रुद्र पंचायत संस्था ही फुडें सरली म्हाजे आनी आमी ती Very important today. People whom we see today who are most successful in life are the skill developed people. All people who have got a skill, whatever may be the skill, they are good at that. They are self-employed, and you can say not only they are self-employed, but they can even have others, and that is most important. And this also sometimes we only give them the higher education. They do MA, they do BSc, whatever they do, but sometimes can't do anything in their life because they have not developed their skill. Even though everybody is a skilled person in their life, but that doesn't get developed unless and until they are young. So this also bringing the conscientization in our children. I find this seminar also would be a great help to them, so that whatever the thing that they have the skill, that they may give the best out of themselves to develop it and see that they do their life on that and also help others to build their life.
फादर पिओ आमी पळयता फादर आग्नेल स्कूल आमी म्हणटा तेन्ना स्पोर्ट्सान आनी म्युजिकान फुडें आसता सो हेज्या भायर आनीक कितें तुमचें खासियत कितें आहा हे स्कूलाची
हय सांगचें म्हणल्यार आमी आयज तुमकां गमला तुमी आयकोन तरी जाणा आसतना आयच्या पेपराचेर आयला कालच्या म्हणटा ते भशेन नविनाचेर आयला आयज आमच्या हेरल्डाचेर आयला त्या फादर आग्नेल बॉयज आर द चॅम्पियन्स ऑफ द दिसवाडी Taluka. Besides Subroto, we have got DISV under 17. We are the champions of we had very big competitors, and lots of schools had participated, and we become the champion. Football, hockey, and boxing is the thing that we have been training for our students, and we are dominating today in Goa. But besides that, I would like to tell you, we are also good at studies. You will be very surprised. After giving students opportunity on the field, we take them every day. Practically, one of our bus goes for this tournament or that tournament. Even yesterday, on Saturday, we went for one of the multi-event program, which was conducted of football, and we got the runners-up. Successively, we had 3 consecutive. We had actually championship, but this year because we were busy having the school, which is actually inter-school event that we conduct, where we had distributed around schools. Where now being busy with that, we couldn't do that well. But today, and besides this 100% result, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The 100% result now last 4 years of mine. Twice we had a 100% result, and twice we have over 95% of result. So we don't neglect the education. Besides this, we also take a keen interest in farming. We go to and see my farming. You'll be surprised. Every year we do paddy cultivation. I mean, one year I had the black rice plantation, and to tell you, by selling the paddy itself, it was sold at the rate of 300 rupees a kilo. Right now, a lot of lazy figures are growing in my campus over here, and then also marshmallows. So these are all things that we are giving them, and we don't leave in Fr Agnel school a single opportunity which knocks at our door to give that opportunity for our children to grow, because we feel every child is differently able. If someone is good in the studies, other one is good in football, other one is good in singing. And also we have got a very good, I can say, music troupe that do very well. So we have got all the drummers, we have got the guitarists, we have got all the instruments, we train them that also. To tell you,
so it is all from develop the student.
Follow, because we only waste time. I Zogan Matapaje Bashin
should have multi-skill.
If you are not skill based and differently, you are not shining. Because everybody is highly skilled in their intellectuals, but hardly few in the other skills. And that is what Fr Agnel is saying.
Thank you, Father. सिल्वर बाब हें आतां आयज जालें प्रोग्राम जालो आनी तुमी हेल्प केलो तांकां की हो प्रोग्राम करचो म्हणून फादर आग्नेल स्कूलाक तुमकां कितें म्हणपाचें
श्री नागेश महारुद्रा पंचायतान संस्था तातूंतली कुरकां हे जे आमचो अध्यक्ष आसा एकनाथ नार्वेकार आनी तेजी कमिटी तेजी संस्था आसा रेजिस्टर ती खुबशे प्रोग्राम्स घडोवन हाडटा आनी चडशे डायरेक्टर ऑफ सोशल वेलफेअर डिपार्टमेंट जावं आर्ट एंड कल्चर डिपार्टमेंट स्पोर्ट्स डिपार्टमेंट हे ते संस्था फॅसिलिटी फायनान्शियल एसिस्टंट घेता आनी गांवांत आख्खे आमचे सांत आंद्रे मतदारसंघात जावं आख्खे गोंयभर ते प्रोग्राम घडोवन हाडटात सोशल कॉजाक लागून बरे बरे प्रोग्राम घडटात जावं स्कुलांनी जावं स्पोर्ट्सान जावं आनी दुसऱ्या डिपार्टमेंटान हेल्थ कॅम्प करतात स्कील डेव्हलपमेंट कॅम्प करतात आनी असले प्रोग्राम ते घडोवन हाडटात लास्ट टायम बाती पंचायत हॉलांत तेणी घडोवन हाडलेलो असोच डायरेक्टर ऑफ आर्ट एंड कल्चर डिपार्टमेंटाचो तितून तेणी हेल्थ कॅम्प घडोवन हाडले थोड्यांक तेणी फेलिसिटेज केल्ले जे सिंगर्स आसात आनी दुसरे जायते तेणी केल्ले आयज तेणी ह्या फ्र आग्नेल हाय स्कूलान हिंगा तेणी घडोवन हाडलेले आसात आनी फादरा कडेन हांव फाटीं डिस्कस केलें तेन्ना फादर म्हणूंक लागलो कोरया आपणाचे भुरगे जे स्टुडंट आसात 8, 9, 10 अरावंड अबावट 300 सुमार स्टुडंट आसात तांकां घेवन हो स्कील डेव्हलपमेंट प्रोग्राम तशेंच न्यूट्रिशनाचो तेणी तो प्रोग्राम आयज ते घडोवन हाडलेलो आसा आनी हे प्रोग्रामाक 2 रिसोर्सीस मनीस आसले जे आमचे प्रोफेसर एक मॅडम रोहिणी दिनीस हे न्यूट्रिशनाचेर तेणें आपले काय बरें उलोवप केलें न्यूट्रिशनाचेर कशे भाशेन जेवण आमचें आसात तें आमी कशें घेवपाचें कशें खावपाचें जंक फुडार आमी चड वचना फकत होम फूड्स आमी आमचे हेल्थ कॅराक लागून जाणात सगलें हेल्थ कॅर आमी सगलें सदांच आमी दवरपाक जाय आमी एक्सरसायज करपाक जाय जावं आमी योगा करपाक जाय आमी कितलेशे दुयेंस वाडलेलें आसा आमकां जेवणा खातीर तेणें हेल्थ न्यूट्रिशनाचेर हो प्रोग्राम तेणें दाखयलेलो आसा घडोवन हाडलेलो आसा तेणें बरें तांकां सांगलेलें आसा स्टुडंटांक आमी पळयलां दुसरो एक आसलो आमचो रिसोर्सीस पर्सन आमचो सावियो फेर्नांडीस हे स्कील डेव्हलपमेंटाचेर ताणें आपलें काय बरें सांगलें कितलें स्कील डेव्हलपमेंट जें कशें आमी बिजनेस करपाक जाय फार्मींग कशें करपाक जाय फिशींग कशें करपाक जाय जावं आमचें टेलरींग कशें करपाक जाय गोल्ड स्मीथ डिफरंट ह्या भुरग्यांक तेणी आपले स्कील डेव्हलपमेंटांतल्यान सांगलेले आसात आनीक खुबशे हांव आमचे हे भुरग्यांक श्री महारुद्रा नागेश महारुद्रा जी पंचायतान संस्था आसा तांकां थँक्यू म्हणटा कॉंग्रेच्युलेट करता कित्याक ते असले हे प्रोग्राम घडोवन हाडटात आनी आख्खे आमचे जावं आमचे सांत आंद्रे मतदारसंघात सगळे लोकांक ते काय बरें दाखयतात आनी जी आमची सरकार जे आमचे डायरेक्टर ऑफ सोशल वेलफेअर डिपार्टमेंटान तांकां हे हेल्प केलें आसा फायनान्शियल आसात हांव मिनिस्टराक कित्याक हांव मिनिस्टरा कडेन उलयलो डायरेक्टरा कडेन उलयलो आनी तांकां ही फायल पास करून इजी प्रोसेस करून दिलेली आसा अशें हांव सांगूंक सोदतां आनीकूय आमी म्हणटात आमी सांगूंक सोदतात आमी एक बरें व्हडलें कॅम्प करूंक सोदता एज अ फूल बॉडी फ्री कॅम्प फूल बॉडी आमी ती चॅकअप करपाची आसा फूल बॉडी ती हेजेर आतां पळय म्हणटाले ते एक्युपंक्चराचेर सुई मारून बॉडीक सुई मारून तुका बॉडी फूल चॅकअप करतात आतां एक डॉक्टर येयलेलो आसात आनी आमचे गोंयची डॉक्टर्स म्हाका मेळ्ळेली आसली जी शिकल्यान ती म्हाका सांगताली फूल बॉडी चॅकअप करपाचे प्रोग्राम आमी घडोवन हाडले हांव डॉक्टर दिल्लीसान येता दिल्लीसान आमी ताका डॉक्टराक हाडटले आनी फूल बॉडी आमचे सांत आंद्रे मतदारसंघात हो प्रोग्राम घडोवन हाडटले थोडे दिसांनी हे आमच्या सांत आंद्रे मतदारसंघांतल्या लोकांक फूल बॉडी चॅकअप फ्री चॅकअप आमी करून दितले
थँक्यू
थँक्यू
तुझा नंबर दिले
बरोबर हिंगा रावता दोंगरी